Hello lovelies, it's Thorny back here with Banished. Oh, we're just turning into spring. That's very nice. So I've just been looking around our map and I have placed some more barns around. So that's what people are building currently. I realised quite a lot of our storage, well, typically not the one I pick, but quite a lot of our storage barns are getting quite full around the place. So I wanted to, yeah, there you go. They're both at 100, and yeah, a lot of the storage barns are at around 100 or almost 100. So I've put 6 or 8 more barns just dotted around the place. I was also, I was going to say I've made a map. I've not really made a map. I've written down some of the buildings that we've got, like the building supplier and the Cooper and the ropery and all those kind of things, because last episode, if you saw, I've placed 2 like drying barns down where you make tobacco. So I obviously only wanted to put 1, and I've put 2 by mistake because I'd forgotten that I'd put 1 down. So yeah, I wrote a kind of a little list, but in areas of where they all are together, so I kind of can get my bearings. I was also looking here at the furnace fuel. This mine is making iron, which needs furnace fuel, and then here we've got the fuel refinery that is actually using firewood to make furnace fuel, and we had a massive amount of firewood, but now it's steadily going down. So I think I'm going to change this to coal and then make this mine into a coal mine, so that the coal from here will go straight, well, in theory will go straight to the fuel refinery to make furnace fuel, because we now have our like grow your own area. Oh, we've got a little place of mine there as well. What are they doing? Oh, gold and silver ore. Okay. So we've got the ore growing area up in this top right hand corner. So we don't need this making iron as well, I don't think. We should be okay without it. So this place is making brick with clay and firewood. This is furniture and pottery. So all of these things are kind of relying on each other. See, this needs furnace fuel here, so we do need to continue making furnace fuel. So this little area is sort of a bit self-reliant, so I'm just going to ignore the fact that they've got missing items, because it's sort of like a chain. Once one place makes enough, then the next place will have enough, and then, you know, the next place will have enough. So my first, these are a couple of the barns that I've plopped down. My first thing really is the firewood. I've checked at the sawmills, we've got enough people working at them all. If I turn us round a little bit, this is the area that I was planning on making like a new sort of little town. So I would, I think, like to start putting in maybe here where it's still a bit more industrial. We'll put in some firewood production. We've got the a stacks burn. I think we've got one of those. Yeah, we need to. What am I looking for? Goodness me. We've got the kind of the little firewood, like the choppers and things. Mini wood cutter. But I think probably the best bet is the sawmill. So is this in here? No, it is not. This is going to be another one of those episodes where I just spend the whole time trying to find the thing that I'm looking for. Here we go, construction, this is it. So we've got the saw pit, the sawmill, and the water wheel sawmill. I think those are the main ones. The sawmill is the one that makes the most sense because it does just oh, there's 2 different colours as well. It does just create the wood fast. So I'm going to pop this here, and then next to it I'm going to put a thing, you know, what am I talking about? A stockpile. I do use general stockpiles. You can specify that it's for firewood or iron or whatever, but generally I just think having a stockpile that can have anything in it is kind of more helpful, because if you're chopping down trees, it means you can just plop them over here rather than having to carry them over to like the place right over here that's for trees. You know, it kind of just makes a little bit more sense to me. I'm going to ignore the nomads just because of our firewood issue that we're having at the moment. We'll increase the priority on that rather than all of the barns and everything. So we've got 3,200 currently. I'm just wondering if we should put in, while we're at it, I'm going to get rid of that sawmill. I was reminding myself that was making firewood and not lumber, but I think we just need them all making firewood currently, so we'll keep this one up here. Also the bean and the potato, I don't think I needed to keep those anymore, because these are both growing, and next harvest we'll be able to, where's the kitchen? Did I just click on it? There we go, mission kitchen. So we can change this. If we do it now, we'll change it over to beans, pepper and potato, because we are growing all of those, so we can make the chili sin carne, so it's no meat in it. So we'll swap that over now, because everything that needs is growing all in this area. And then I think we do need to pop in another sawmill. So maybe down here where we've got all of these houses, if we clear some of this land, because it is a little bit kind of chock-a-block full of trees and everything, and we do need some more space down here. I'll leave the trees in the middle, that's all right. I think we do need some space down here for some more kind of house related or village related items. So I'm going to put down another sawmill. I feel a water wheel is kind of a bit massive for these little rivers, and I am going to line it up, hopefully, if I can get it pointing the right way, with this pathway. I'm going to leave a little bit of space behind the cemetery, and I'll just plonk it in there. So that's our second sawmill. So that was my main aim for today, to get the sawmills done. I also have gone through the seeds, and I've realised I did miscount, because we only need 4. In the town hall it tells you your trade items. All of these items we have, and it's only these few with the question marks that we're still missing. So there's only 4 seeds, and those 4 seeds are chili, lettuce, radish and sunflower. So I've got my new little list that's easy to see, and it's really exciting. I've never done this before where I've collected all of the items. So soon we will have all of the trade items, and we only need 3 more crop fields, because we have one down here already. Chili, lettuce, radish and sunflower. I assume that they grow just in the regular crop field and don't need the plantations. So that's good news. We've got one here as well, so we only need 2 more. Fantastic, because this, I was going to put wheat, I think, in this one, and start off a well, I might just do it while I'm talking about it. I want to grow more wheat so that we can have a flour mill and the windmill. So that is my next task, to find the windmill. Not in luxuries, is it? It's in food, refined food. Food refining, here we go. The windmill. Wheat, corn, barley, sorghum, oats or rye. So there was a couple of different ones that we could have. I like this one because it does use a lot of different crops. This windmill is slower to produce flour than the slower to produce. Yeah, that's fine. Large windmill. So the large windmill from grain, and that needs 2 building supplies. We've also got a watermill. That's quite cute. Again, I just think those rivers are a little bit too small, and especially because they're on an angle. So I think I'm going to go with this big one. Maybe we could have it on this corner here as like an entrance to the fields. So I'm going to pop that up there. And we can also get rid of some of these trees. And we should actually, I'll put a road around this. I was going to say we should be collecting. See, I've done it wrong already because I've said we're collecting stuff. I'll build the road this way, and also along this way, so it's kind of in place already. And do it down one, because we should really be collecting all of this stone, but I don't want to kind of do the collection thing and then we can't build roads there, which is what I'd just done. So we'll collect that stone, and I'm going to put in, let's check out our trader, see what he's got for us. Right, chili, lettuce, radish, sunflower. Oh, radish straight away, that's good. And anything else for me? Chili, lettuce and sunflowers. I think we're done with just the radish, so 3,000 for that. Soon we'll be having like nothing left to buy, and we'll have all of this trade stuff. Right, so we need 3,000. Is it 12 of those? Is that right? There we go. Trade, dismiss. So radishes. The radishes can finish off our patch here. Radishes, there we go. Fantastic. So that is this square finish. So we won't be planting anything else down here. Our sawmill is also done. So we're going to add in 3 people into there. And they are going to be making firewood. So just check I've got the right amount in. Yes, I have. Fantastic. So that's our sawmill and our windmill. So I'm going to increase priority on this sawmill as well. No, that was not the right thing. It was. Is it here? Goodness me. Click on the right thing, Thorny. There we go. Can't see the wood for the trees. So we started off at 32,000. We're now at 4,500 stored fuel. So that is great. It is going up in the right direction. We've got our windmill here. And so once the grain starts getting produced, we can have like making the flour and the bakery and everything like that. The other thing I mentioned putting in was a hardwood forest, which I thought maybe over this side, because we have got this like quite a big space. Must remember to stop clicking on here. We've got a big space that we can expand up here. Whether we'll need that space or not, I don't know. But, oh goodness me, sorry for clicking around everything. What I'm going to do is just clear this area of stone. And then I am going to build the hardwood tree production. Forester, hardwood forester. So I'm going to pop it in over kind of up there. And then I'm going to put in another store. So that everybody who's kind of collecting all this stone has got somewhere to place it. So I'm just looking for the yellow line, which is down here. So if I put the store on this side, I know that it's going to be that there'll be plenty of space for the trees to grow. Let's do 20 by 8. Let's go crazy. Actually, I might just increase seeing as our wood production is going up, I think I'll increase the priority on this store so that that's ready for when people start clearing this. Now, I would like to think about this town section. So we need a school, we need a church, we need some kind of storage or market or something like that. So if we have a look at the churches, because there was quite a few different ones last time when we were looking, sort of larger size. I mean, this central church is quite nice. This church is a bit big. That was not the parish church. This is a parish church. I think it has no other options. I don't like it being red. The red brick, really. I think it's a bit too modern looking. Colonial chapel is a bit small. So we'll need a cemetery as well. The abbey we had with the monks, and then there's the monastery. I think I quite like this one. It does have some different colours, but I quite like the white. I mean, it is huge, but it could we could have it here. As far as over as it can go. Yeah, that's quite nice. And again, let me just look at the circle on this. The yellow circle goes round here. So anything over this side is fine. So that means we could put in a cemetery as well. Village cemetery. Transparent fenceless cemetery. Usually when I do the cemetery, I just use the same one, just this one, regular cemetery. So again, I think I would like to leave a little pathway in between. How far back are we going? 17. Okay. And that's our store. 17 by 13. We'll just go the whole size it can be. The biggest it can be, and then there's plenty of people. No, there's not plenty of people to fill it. Well, I suppose there is plenty of people to fill it. So there's plenty of space so that if people die, we've got space for them. So that's a church overlooking kind of this square. Maybe we could have it so that the pathway that's going to run up the side of the church, it is there. Oh, it was right where I started. Oh. So the pathway where the church is, we could maybe have it come down a little bit here, and then we could have maybe the school over this side. So school buildings, got the Nordic school, small town school, college. That'd be quite interesting. We've not got a college yet. Has it got any other colours? No. See, medieval school would be good, but I feel like that should be in a area where there's medieval looking buildings. Should we just build a college and see what happens? I think we should. I mean, it's a bit gigantic for like overlooking these little houses, but you know, that's fine. I don't mind. So we've got a space on that side, so we'll leave a space on this side. So it's like in its own kind of grounds. Yeah, leave a bit of space around it. Very nice. And then we need a hospital of some sort. So maybe that could go behind the college, so it's kind of out of the way, so people are not having to look at it and thinking, you know, about getting poorly. That would fit in quite well. We've got these buildings that are like a barber's and a dentist and things, with their little shutters outside. We've got the herbalist things, druid witch hut, apothecary. I think maybe the hospital's quite nice because it's a big size. I feel like over here we're kind of using a lot of larger scale items. So I'm going to place that down there and put a pathway in front of it. There we go. There we go. Let's go and check on our trade. No, we don't need any of that. And we've also got an infestation. So they're already harvesting it, so that's alright. So that's the oranges. So hopefully everything else will be okay as well. Now, let's speed things up a little bit, get things going. So I'm really excited. I think this will look good. So we've got plenty of space. I do like the idea of it being a bit more open. So a lot of things we've done are kind of quite crowded in. But yeah, having some open space would be quite nice. So we've got a sawmill nearby. We've got the church and the cemetery, the school. I assume the college works just the same as a school, but we'll find out. So yeah, we've got the school and the hospital. Now, are there any other town service buildings that we've not been using? We've got a bell tower, ceremonial ground, native monument. Oh, library. We've got libraries. Medieval library provides books for citizens. How big are these? Like a little barn type thing. Well, that's quite cute. I feel like this would be the type of place that you have a library, and that you could also say it was sort of part of the, you know, the school campus. So I'll put a library in. So we've got some archaeological centre. So we're not doing any of these. Abandoned church. Yeah, we've not done any of those kind of where you go hunting for items. Medieval bathhouse. That's quite interesting. Medieval washing place. Oh, that's cool as well. Health and healing, we've done that. The church we've done. The school we've done. Civic buildings. We've not done any of these. Well, we have got the town hall. Well, we could build the White House. How out of place would that look? Homecoming statue. Meeting house. Tiny town hall. I mean, I do think, well, also I think we should maybe put some more wells around after our fire last episode, but I don't think any of these really fit over here. Although it would be nice to sort of have something else going on, but yeah, I don't think they really fit. So we'll just leave it at that. So we've got the library. Oh, our sawmill is done. Well, I was so engrossed in our little town centre, I ignored the sawmill. So we've got the sawmill is now up and running, producing firewood. Thank you very much. Our windmill is now ready, producing flour. Look at all the things we can make flour from. We're going to say wheat because that is the thing that we are currently growing next to it. So we've got wheat in here. But it does also take corn, barley, rye, rice. So we could add in some more crop fields to grow more of that. So I will leave that up in the corner to remind me of that. As the flour is not being used for anything because we've not got a bakery or anything, I don't mind if it runs out of items to use. Oh, we've got another boat. We do not need any of that, thank you very much. And again, I am going to ignore the nomads this time just because of our fuel situation. The hardwood forester, people are still collecting everything there and it's getting built. So it's looking great. What I would like to do, I think, is add some more houses in. So these, right, these are the salt box houses. I'd maybe like to add in another row kind of here. So there's a bit of greenery around the back. And they're not kind of right up against each other, you know, looking into each other's houses. Salt box house, where are you? Oh, it's this one with the wonky roof. Okay, so I guess we might as well just start here where there's a path already. For some reason I didn't think they were the same size then. So we're leaving a space in between, and then again this will increase our population, so couples will move in and have babies. And I'm just going to do it right to the end. One more. Is that in line? Yes, excellent. So we've got a whole load more of houses, which is great. To increase everything, we need to increase our, we need to keep our population growing in the right direction. Now, I bought radishes last time, which I did not cross off my list, so I'll do that now. Chili, lettuce and sunflower. These are the three things that we are left with. Chili, lettuce, sunflower. I don't think any of them were there. Chili, lettuce, sunflower. Nope. Actually, can we order it? We can. Every visit. Right, chili. Lettuce. And sunflowers is there. Excellent. Now we can dismiss him. So if they come back, they should bring some of those seeds with them. Exciting. So what else is on my list? We've increased our fuel production. We are back at 60,000, which is great. We have got quite a few people dying. If they leave empty houses, it means that if there's people who are kind of older, still living at home with their parents, like this Serenice is 27 and a farmer, and they are still living at home. But if there's somebody else, if a house comes empty, they can just move into it. If they're a student, they just stay at home. But a Desi as well, 21, and a Forester, they could both move out if there's empty houses. So if people die and leave empty houses, they will move into them. Tulip seeds. See, they bring me seeds, but they bring me the wrong ones. So, I suppose I could have asked them to bring me some of the seeds I need. But anyway, right. Hardwood Forester. We can add 4 people into that. I think I will also leave that up there just so I can remember where it is and keep an eye on it. I'm also going to go through, now I can kind of see the circle a little bit better. We need to make sure we got all of the stone and iron. We did. And now we need to go through and collect for hardwood. That means that they plant new seeds, I guess. But we'll make so they'll cut down the old forest and plant new trees. But we'll collect all of the wild food anyway that's in that circle to make sure they've got enough space and all of the space they can use for making hardwood. So our college is ready, so we'll add a person in there, an educator. Our mission distillery has reached the alcohol limit, which is only 500, so we'll raise that to 1,000. That should be keeping everybody happy. Our hospital is ready, so we have another person in there. We only have 4 hospitals, so we could maybe do with some more of those. And our church is nearly ready. Our houses are doing well. See, some of them have got individuals in, but lots of them have started families already, which is good. That means we know that we're on the right track for the amount of housing that we've got. I'm sad that the windmill doesn't turn around, although I suppose that's a bit maybe a bit ambitious, but that would be quite cool. Now that they've collected all the stones and everything, I'm going to put the pathway back, and I'm going to add in some more of the crop fields, and then we can plant more of the gosh, I just realised I'm saying quite a lot. Apologies for that. We can plant lots more of the seeds that the windmill can use to make flour, so that if we run out we can just swap to a different source. 15 by 15, there we go. So we've got a few more fields on the way. Our central church is done, so we can add another person in there. So we've got 6 what would they be, vicars, pastors, depending on what type of church. We've got 6 people anyway in the churches, so that means we've got 6 churches, which is great. And unfortunately, oh no, yeah, we've got 4 people. Although 4 people have died and are buried in our new cemetery, and we've got 78 spaces, so plenty of space for everybody. It's looking good over here. I think maybe we need some pathways in between here. I mean, people do walk across, but the pathways mean that they do it a little bit quicker. Any seeds for me? No. Now, should we get some nomads is the question. 48. Oh, that's quite a lot. Our production has gone up for fuel. Our logs is okay. Our food... Hang on, let me pause for just a second while I consider 48 nomads. How many other nomads were at... Was there another nomad? Nomads have arrived. That's that one. Oh, they're at the town hall. Nomads. 32. So that's like 80 nomads. I just wanted to have a look at the food because I can't remember what we set our food production at. 150,000. So we have dropped down quite a bit. I I think we'll ignore them, and what I'm going to do is where we have our new village over here, I think we could really populate this into becoming like a massive sort of town, because we've got the big church, we've got the college. So if I run this road all the way along to about here, and then maybe plan some houses, I'm going to just do like a blanket remove all resources from over here, which may be a bit excessive, but it means that we can see what's happening. We've only got a couple more seeds to plant, and they could potentially, they would all fit in here, but we could possibly do another row back of fields. And then while I'm here, I'm also just going to collect all of this stone that I can see there. Oh no, that's remove all. I don't necessarily want to remove all of the trees over there, but I think while there's sort of stone around, we might as well just collect it. So yeah, I think we could do another row of fields back here, because even though we are producing a lot of food, we do need to increase food production as and when we have new people joining us. So although it seems like a huge amount of food, it is for more people than we had, you know, at the beginning, obviously. So I'll put in some more crop fields along here, and then, oh gosh, there's so many trees. I'm trying to leave space for a road around. So yeah, we can keep increasing our crops, but I do like the idea of having a more of a kind of like a town over here. And then what we can do is we can plan out the houses. We can have some of the maybe start building them even, but just pause them before they are fully built. And then when we have nomads arriving or when we need to expand, we can just click on build and they will continue to build. I don't want to build like all of this and have nobody living in them, or like all the houses separated so you've got like one person living in each house. So I think that's the plan. Our sawmill, right, we're at capacity for fuel, so I am going to increase that to 7,500. Like I say, I think probably in every episode, you could set it at like 100,000, but I like to do it in little, maybe 500 or 1,000 increments so that I can keep an eye on it. And when it's full to capacity, I know that, you know, we get a reminder to say that it's now full, and then that keeps me, you know, on top of how well we're doing for everything. The other thing I think is the tools and the clothes that we need to maybe keep an eye on, that we have down here. I think we have one of the tailors, or is it over this side? Is it here? I think one of the tailors. Yeah, the old tailor shop. So our clothing limit is 2,500, which we are pretty much, you know, at, which is fine. But the tools, do we have somewhere? Well, obviously, somewhere amongst all of this, we have our blacksmiths. Here we go, and our tool limit is 1,500. So we're definitely not creating as many tools as we could be. Maybe that is something that we need to look at. I feel like this section here with the school and the church and everything is kind of like the nice area where there's not really much noise and stuff going on. And then down here would be where we put the kind of the noisier, like the blacksmiths and maybe the tailors and things like that. We could also maybe have another weavers up here. We could grow some more cotton and things so that we have plenty of that to make clothes. And I think that would look nice to kind of fill out this area and make a nice town square. So I think I'm going to leave this episode here. I'm not quite sure of the timing. I think maybe this has been a little bit shorter than we've had before. Our fuel has increased again, which is great. See what I mean about it kind of reminding me and giving me a little nudge to say, yep, it's full. That increased really rapidly. So we're obviously doing well with the fuel. I think I want to try and increase the fuel up to 10,000 just because we have so many more houses now. So, yeah, I think we'll leave this episode here. Next episode, we are definitely going to focus on just filling out this area. So thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed it, give it a like. It really does help. Give me some comments down below to let me know what you think. And you can always subscribe to see my future stuff. So you take care and I'll see you next time.